Hey guys, it's just Arsene here. I'm the founder of IPQ Media, and in this video, I will show you how we helped one of our partners, an architect from California, to make around $150,000 by using Facebook ads. He did it in like about 40 days, I would say. And so what I will do is I will give away the exact funnel he used. So the actual ads, the creatives, the copy, even like the questions on the form really, just so that you can take it and implement it inside your business and actually start seeing some results for yourself. Now, if after watching this video, you would like to speak with me, in case you would like me to help you implement what I discussed in this video, then you will be able to find a button to book a call with me and we can just have a chat. But other than that, by watching this video, you can just do it by yourself really. So let me just break down the campaign, let's dive in and let me just drop some sauce. So let's start from the top and let's start with the juicy part, which is the results. Now, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Ads Manager layout, but this is basically what it looks like. So we ran the campaign for a few months, got about 300 leads, 18-ish cost per lead, under 6K spent, and these are the click-through rates. I mean, if you know, you know. I gotta give you some context though, because when it comes to Ben, so he's a residential architect, primarily. This is what he does. But when it comes to his business, he mostly just works with the top income producers on the top projects. And so this is why, I mean, you can see we got like 300 leads, but not all of them went through because some people have been looking for like an ADU or like a remodel or extension, which a lot of architects would actually love to take, but with Ben, it's just not his model. So he's just looking for the juicy big ass projects. Now, and this is, by the way, the exact pipeline he used. So these are the people he actually spoke with. And now the coolest part about this is everyone that you see that is, starting from the prospect stage is the person that actually has a tangible project that has had at least 2 sales appointments with Ben already. And the project value is at least $1 million per each project, right? And so just so you know, I mean, a lot of them are still in the sales process. So I will not be surprised if by this point he'll actually close 1 or 2 more, just because you know how long the sales cycle could be. But these are the actual tangible projects. And, he closed one, which is like a residential build, a secondary house for about $2 million in construction. Now, when it comes to the concept behind this whole system, so this is how it looks like. So first of all, we have the platform. In this case, we run the ads on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I wouldn't explain why exactly. I mean, I'll give you this information later. Now, what happens is we basically create an ad. So we have an ad, but here's the thing. We don't want to show it to just every single person in your area. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. To be able to see the ad of Ben, they need to live in a specific area. They need to meet the specific age criteria, and they need to live in the top 5% of the households. Like, this is the key part of it, because we don't really want to speak with unqualified people who just don't have the budget in the first place for this project, because as I told you, he just works with the top income producers. Now, what happens then is if they meet this criteria, they will be able to see the ad, which has the compelling copy and image, which I'll show you just in a second. What happens next is they get transferred to the lead form if they're interested. And here they just have to answer a few questions to be able to go further down the process. What happens next is they become a lead, Ben gets notified, and then two things could happen. So they can either book a call with Ben directly from the ad, or we can follow up with them and they'll book a call from the follow-up. Now from there, they just book a consultation and then the sales process begins. Now let's get into the actual tangible things. So here are the actual ads that he used, like the exact creatives that didn't change anything. Like, this is the exact ad that he used. So we've got the top performing ones. Obviously, we have we have some more. We tested like 2 or 3 different copy variations. We tested different creatives, but these are the ones that actually outperformed it. And I think this particular ad was the one that he actually secured the project from. You could pause the video, you could take a look, but I mean, when it comes to this, like, I just really like the aesthetics and the people that see the ads as well, because as you can see, they have actually gained like attraction as like an organic post, because people were literally sending those ads to their friends like it is an organic post, let's say, just because it doesn't have any crazy offers, it doesn't have any discounts, it looks pretty clean. So this is kind of the point that we were trying to achieve with him, because obviously he tries to reach the top demographics by the income. So they usually don't really appreciate those crazy offers. This is not what attracts them, but something like this will. Now, what happens next is, I mean, I kind of mentioned that, but so just to kind of give you the bullet list. So clean, bright images, solid projects, aesthetics, like it's, I mean, it's an actual solid project. No offers, blends with the feed, feels like an organic post. So, and it is very simple. I know a lot of people, like a lot of architects, first of all, they don't even believe that the ads work, but a lot of people overcomplicate it. They try to test like different crazy stuff, but you got to keep it simple and, precise, straight to the point. When it comes to the copy, once again, you can pause the video and read it. Like this is the exact copy that, worked for him that, I mean, we've tested a lot of them, but this one is one of the best performing ones for us across all the campaigns. We've got the hook, so where can I find a reliable architect? You could use different ones. This is just the one we use for this campaign. For example, you can use something like, how much would it cost for me to build a house in Idaho, let's say. What happens next is, okay, obviously, is the benefits that the client gets when hiring a professional architect as opposed to doing something else. Then we've got a bullet list of benefits. So, for example, 30 plus year in industry experience, concept creation, will listen to your story, etc. You can, add whatever you want to add here. Now we've got a quick social proof, like a small testimonial here from a homeowner. And then we've got a soft call to action for a consultation, which is a complimentary budget and design consultation. This is how we position it. It could be a project clarity call, but as you can see, we don't really offer any discounts. We just offer a free consultation, which is basically just a sales call, right? Now, when it comes to the actual audience setup, like how we configure the audience, and it's pretty cool, but it's also very simple. So let me actually show you. This is like the actual campaign inside the Business Manager. Obviously, we've got instant forms in this case as the objective. I mean, sometimes we do landing pages. For this campaign, instant forms just outperformed everything. Now, when it comes to the audience, so we've got the whole US here. I mean, we've tried with like a few specific states as well. We've got the age range, and then we've got the setting where they have to meet the specific income criteria. So in this case, it's the household income needs to be the top 5% of the zip codes. So you can understand the audience will be pretty qualified. But they also must match the criteria of being interested in Realtor.com, Trulia, or Zillow. And here is why we do that. I'm not sure if you know, but about 70%, like I think 66 or something like that, of every single remodel is happened to a proximity of a real estate transaction. And so by adding this, this filter here, we just basically increase the likelihood of them being in a position to move forward and have some sort of like a project in place. We've tested across a lot of campaigns, and I can say with certainty that this setup actually works. When it comes to placements, nothing crazy, just the Advantage Plus placements, and that's really it. I mean, we run the same campaign with for him, but with the top 10% of the zip codes. But then we decided to go like even further on the quality of the leads, because we started getting some like ADUs for 200K, 500K. But this just wasn't something he was looking for. Now, let's come back to the thing. So what happens next is obviously they need to meet the criteria. If they do, they will see the ad, which looks something like this. And if they're interested, obviously, they will click on Learn More. What happens next is they get transferred to the lead form. And this is how it looks like. These are the questions we have. So are you a homeowner? What is your time frame? Please tell us more about your project, where they have to manually type in the information about the project. And by the way, here's the golden nugget for you. What is the best number to call you, where they also have to physically type it in? Because a lot of people will have the question about the phone number here, which is the pre-filled one. So, people don't have to type it manually. It just takes the information they submitted on Facebook. But in a lot of cases, if you do it this way, a lot of phone numbers will just be the old ones that don't even work. So we, in this case, ask them to manually type in the phone number to call them, which, has impacted the whole campaign. Then it's obviously the privacy policy. And then what happens next is they see this thing which says, wait, your registration is not complete yet, because they need to also obviously book an appointment to speak with Ben. So they click on book now. What happens next is as soon as they click, they get transferred to the calendar. It's a pretty simple one. Looks something like this. And then obviously they need to pick a time that works for them, enter the information, the name, the last name, the phone, the email, and the additional information. They click schedule a meeting, and Ben gets notified of it. How it looks exactly is, and this is, by the way, just to give you an idea about the leads. I think I took this data just from April, really. I wouldn't be pausing on that. You can pause if you want yourself, but these are the leads that we have been getting. So I'll just kind of breeze through them and you can pause the video if you'd like. So like they are pretty qualified and they actually have a tangible project, which is the key part. And so as you can see, he is notified about the every single lead that comes. So for example, we have a beautiful view on the Hudson River, blah, 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 blah. We want to get this done in, let's say, the next 12 months. And also, obviously, if they book an appointment, he gets notified as well. I mean, you could just take a look for yourself. But once again, these are just the leads from April. I mean, and we have been running it from, I think, like November or December or something like that. Now, when it comes to the whole campaign, I mean, usually we add some advanced strategies on top of that. So, for example, instead of forms, we use landing pages. We also have a custom-built AI bot that just follows up with the leads. But really, in this particular campaign, it just was unnecessary. Because, for example, Ben himself, he was doing a pretty good job with following up with every single lead. He was calling them, he was messaging them, and, you know, this is why his pipeline is actually full right now, right? So he's got people that he will be contacting like in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And a lot of them, like I'm sure you know, a lot of people will not buy immediately. But just because he was actually doing the work and the campaign was pretty successful, he now has a pipeline of people that he could follow up with. And you know, for example, a few people from there will close 6 months from now, or 3 months from now, or 12 months from now, which just creates this, you know, kind of self-sufficient funnel, we can call it like that. Yeah, I think really that's it. So when it comes to the campaign, I kind of show you the exact backend. I mean, I didn't make anything up. I didn't change anything. This is the exact layout that we have used for him that, you know, he made around 200K, maybe more by this point. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to check in on him, which is shame on me. But yeah, this is really it. So I think you kind of have an idea and you can basically just implement it for your business. But wait, there is more. So somewhere here, you will also find the link that I will just, I will just add here. And this is basically, because like this is more like a high level overview, what we were able to achieve. But there is also this one guide that I basically made, and man, it's about 150 pages long. Like I've spent like a solid week of the full-time work of creating this one. And this guide basically breaks down the full campaign and full setup so that you can actually set it up from complete scratch. I'm talking even like setting up your first business manager, setting up your first campaign, breaking down every single setting inside the campaign. And then we also have, you know, how to make it creative. And then we have a proven ad templates that you can basically editable and you can use them, right? And like a whole bunch of stuff. I've spent a lot of time doing this. And by the way, it's completely free. So you can just go there. I mean, I'm not sure where I will leave the link, but you will be able to see somewhere on the screen right now. And so this is that. So you kind of have an idea. Now you can also go and check this guide if you want to set it up for yourself. But if you want to speak with me and if you want, you know, me to help you implement this whole thing, manage it, optimize it, and, you know, make you some money, then, I mean, you can just, you know, book a call with me. You'll find a link as well. You'll find like a button. You can, you know, pick the time and I'll just call you in this time and we can just discuss if what we do might be able to help in your specific situation. But other than that, I hope it was insightful. Hope it was helpful. Let me know what you think and, you know, let's speak if you want me to help. Thank you for your time.